Hey up folks, I'm Guy Kesterman, the Tester Man. I'm here at Pashley with Luke.
Hello.
Who's going to be our proper bike builder for the third part of the Road to Roadfinder custom bike build kit. So for the first time ever, we're actually going to have a competent mechanic doing the building.
Hopefully.
So I'm going to just stand back, probably make some irritating comments on camera, but let Luke go through the first phase of this build, because this is going to be done with a kind of riff on a on the sort of top end build on the Pathfinder, on the Roadfinder X.
Yes.
Using primarily zip components and some Brooks goodness as well. And then for part 2 of the build, which is part 4 of the series, God, this is getting complicated, we will be fitting something rather new and special. So, at just the point we're about to get to the stop and go, I'll have to shout stop, and then we'll move on to part 4.
Sounds good.
Sounds complicated. I've unnecessarily complicated this. So, over to you, Luke. And
Absolutely.
so, we've talked through the frame in the last episode, so I guess final phase is just sort of prepping threads, things like that.
Yeah, so prepping threads, getting some blanking screws in, and yeah, getting going with it, basically.
Brilliant. Okay, well, look, thanks very much for your time, and I'm going to sit back.
No worries.
Sit back and enjoy the process.
Absolutely.
See, this is what I need in my workshop. I need things like a proper grease brush, not just ending up with it on a waggly zip tie or something like that.
Little things like that make it so much easier as well.
Yeah. Not falling over a dog repeatedly during the build is probably...
My dog likes getting in the way at home, normally.
So tapered headset, isn't it, on these?
Yes, it is on these, yes.
Yeah, because it's an external cup on the bottom.
Yeah, it's external cup on the bottom and then internal on the top.
I should be doing all sorts of dream build ASMR stuff, shouldn't I, in the background?
Love those videos, yeah.
Yeah.
Soothing music in the background.
Yeah, not jarring northern twang. And just, you know, a glorious moment now to appreciate those 2 3D printed cable guides on there. That Pashley head badge, proudly worn on the front of this magnificent 853 frame. Don't know why I've gone all Antiques Roadshow, but there we are. Yeah. It's like a royal broadcast, isn't it? Where we have to infill some bits. Just talk about what nice hats people are wearing, potentially.
Ad-lib little bits on it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be... shall I be helpful? I can hand you the fork.
Yeah, perfect.
Look at that.
You.
See, I had a purpose in this process.
So
And again, Columbus carbon fork going in there, isn't it?
Yes, Columbus carbon. And just pop a bit of grease in the headset as well to make sure it's all safe.
Are they painted in-house as well?
These are wet painted with the frames as well.
Right.
Same people
Yeah.
for the frames, yeah.
Do some hold music. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Bit of lift music, yeah.
Yeah, but not elevator operator. I think that might be a bit strong for traditional 853 frames being put together in the pastoral West Midlands. Electric callboy probably aren't the choice.
I love electric callboy.
Yeah. Have you noticed how much that dude looks in elevator operator looks like Doddy? Used to be on GMBN. I haven't dared tell him that.
I've never thought
I
about it.
haven't dared tell him that, yeah. Watch it again. It's unmissable once you see it. Anyway, back to the washer stack on there. And presumably you put a reasonable stack on just
Put
to
a
get...
reasonable stack so then the customer can chop it
Trim it
shorter,
down, yeah,
change it to
yeah.
personal preference, exactly. Yeah.
And that's quite a short stem on there, isn't it? It's, is it?
Yes, that's very
70
short.
or so?
Actually, because I popped the wrong one, actually. Probably one that's already got the bars on
okay.
it normally helps, doesn't it?
There we go. I thought it was a zip service course normally.
Ooh. Just managed to drop something. There we go.
Big fan of these bars. These are they're light as many carbon bars, and it's a really subtle ergo shape, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really subtle. It's just much more comfortable when you're riding on them as well.
Yeah.
So they're not always on the
I've ridden them
drop.
on this SIG, and it's one of those things that people really underestimate on bike builds is how much a quality bar can affect the ride.
I always say, when I used to work in the shops, it was the best upgrade you can do: wheels, tyres and bars.
Yeah.
Do those three first.
So many people just concentrate on the shape or something like that, and they go, oh, it's not the flare I want, or the direction. But things like the actual, the feel of the bar.
Exactly. I think it's anything you're in contact with. So wheels, tyres for the floor, the bars in your hands.
Yeah.
Nice saddles, obviously.
Yeah. But I've had some bars that have been absolute stinkers.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
To the point where I've had to pull them off the bike and gone, yeah, you really don't want to sell this bike with these bars on there.
So, what should we do now?
Change there. This is where it gets tricky.
Slightly, because I'm going to have to feed some cables through the frame here. We've got, obviously, the internal routing for the brake cars.
Okay, so we actually want to, we're not going to do that now. So,
yes, we're just doing the frame prep bits at the moment.
Yeah. So, do we...
Oh, I'll put rotors on the wheels.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. So, we're just trying to eke out this one before the big reveal with the,
so we've got
with the new group
rotors
set.
just
There you go.
over here.
I might as well tell you. It's a new group set. So, yeah, hang on, I'll just stand in front of the camera for a minute, and we'll get the Blue Peter previously prepared zip wheels on here, because that's where this is going to get properly X with the Roadfinder build, with these big Zip 303 Explorer wheels. These are smart out work trousers, they can't really mess. Sorry, while Luke's just prepping the wheels, let's just get a shot. Obviously you've got the matching Zip service course alloy seat post there. And then one of my favourite saddles, Brooks Cambium, rubberised cotton. That is proper sort of Empire Days fabric, but makes an incredibly comfortable saddle. And this is the C15. This is their kind of all-rounder saddle. Use that on a whole load of bikes over the years. Super, super comfy saddle. And that comes as standard on these Roadfinder builds. Right, Luke, is it wheel o'clock?
Absolutely, yes.
And this is where kind of the componentry really starts crossing that sort of modern contemporary, sort of that modern to classic bridge, isn't it?
Definitely, yes.
You've got the 853 steel, those super slim tubes, but again, you've got those beautiful
you've got such a
3D
traditional
printed elements on there.
Absolutely.
And then look at those. Absolutely huge. 32 mil internal diameter. Finally got my hands on a set of the new Zip 303 Explorers with these Goodyear Explorer Inter tyres. And that's actually only a 45 mil tyre. But it looks absolutely dwarfed, to be honest, by these wheels.
Massively, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you, it would be such a comfy ride, and you have so much grip on it as well.
But yeah, I've checked the pressure ratings on them, and they're like 26, 24 for me, I think, which is, this is that, an 853 steel, and of course, UDH hanger, so that's a nice, easy on there. That I already like that aesthetic. It's just kind of jarring enough.
And the silver from the Zip on the wheels matches really nice with the details, isn't it?
Again, I mean, you can go with different colour palettes if you want. I mean, all these bikes are built to order, so you can choose your own colour palette. But that classic British racing green, and you see plenty of clearance there under the crown, even with these monster wheels, which obviously fatten the tyres out. And decent clearance down there still as well. It's listed as a standard 45 mil clearance. Obviously, no bridge there. Really helps the mud go through, and you've got that just like little butterfly bridge down there. So it's 45 with a full-size gravel tyre and no guards, and then 35 with fenders on there as well.
Pop one of those on so we don't dink the frame.
Yeah. all the proper stuff.
There we go.
That looks absolutely class,
great,
I reckon. Right, look, I think it's come to that point, isn't it?
Start putting the new stuff on it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so it's been quite a short one, but look at that. Surely that's got to whet your appetite. Surely that's got to whet your appetite for the next phase of the build. So, I'll hand Luke the box of tricks. and we'll start the final phase of the Road to Roadfinder custom build. And this is one you will not want to miss. This is going to be something special, something still secret,
Absolutely.
but with a little bit of surprising flair in there as well. Might even have to sing some Prince. Put your comments whether you want to hear me going karaoke, whether you're still scarred from the whole Rick XC video. Let me know in the comments below. And also, what do you think of it so far? I think that is absolutely class in terms of that, you know, vintage feel with modern tech. I think that's spot on.
It's that classic modern hybrid, and it just brings it all together. I think it looks really good. Love it.
Mint. Right, like, subscribe, thumbs up, Patreon, notifications, goodbye. Part 4 coming up next.